Boris Johnson, he's bought himself some Partygate breathing space. He's done an apology. I don't know how well that's been accepted, but is it going to save him? What does he need to do to hang on to the job? And will he dump his costly green policies? Is that going to be the cure to his current troubles?
I think you're spot on, Rita. If Boris Johnson wants to survive, there are two main things he needs to do. Fix the immigration crisis. So we have so much uncontrolled illegal immigration in this country right now, in the United Kingdom, it's beyond a joke. And most people in the country are fed up with it. It's one of the reasons we voted to leave the European Union, actually. So if we can fix the immigration scandal and stop illegal immigrants crossing the channel from France, from a very safe country, France, into the United Kingdom, that will help him a lot. And he's suggested that he's working on that. But the second most crucial issue is the net zero agenda. And most people are not happy with net zero, not because we don't care about the environment. We're all stewards of the environment. We all care about the place that we live, not just the country, but the world. But the fact that most of these policies are pushing fees, pushing prices onto normal, everyday, working class individuals. They're making our energy costs more expensive. They're making our petrol or replacement solutions for cars more expensive. It's just making our lives more difficult rather than looking for realistic solutions. Net zero is an obsession of Boris Johnson's wife, so I don't think it's a policy that he's going to move away from, unfortunately. But he does need to address both of those issues if he wants to survive in the long term. In the short term, I think he's okay. Sue Gray's report has given him a bit of time. The Metropolitan Police are investigating at the moment. That will give him a bit more time too. And most of the MPs who were against him have now settled down because tides change, and most of those MPs go with the crowd. So I don't think at the moment there is a calling for his head. But if he wants to survive in the long term, he needs to address this green issue.
But Calvin, you say you don't think he's going to move on it because his wife's passionate about it, and he was elected with an 80-seat majority, this landslide on conservative principles. Is he really going to sell it all out for someone who at the end of the day doesn't hold office, isn't elected, isn't sitting on any committee? How could his partner be having such a say in such a crucial policy area?
I know, Rita, it's undemocratic. He has a massive mandate to implement some conservative policies. It would be fantastic if he did that. But Boris Johnson is a campaigner. He wins campaigns. He was amazing for Brexit. He was amazing at getting into London mayor in a city that is very left-wing. And he was amazing in getting an 80-strong majority in the last general election. That's what he does well. Now, governing is something he's not particularly good at because he's a big picture guy. He's big for rhetoric and bombacity, but getting down to the nitty-gritty detail of the day job, of getting the job done, is not his strength. Therefore, he relies on his advisors and the people around him. Dominic Cummings was a good strategist. He is now gone because there was a clash between Dominic Cummings and Boris Johnson's wife, Carrie Simmons, or now Carrie Johnson. So now Carrie is the person who is most likely to be in Boris Johnson's ear. So she is the one dictating policy at this point. It's unfortunate, it's undemocratic, but it's the situation that we're in, and I don't see it moving anytime soon.
Oh, that is going to end in disaster.